Down with the crown!
Not my king!
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 Right, diolch pawb, nid yw'n mynd i ni, Cymru. Can we give everyone a round of applause? Next time will be 10,000 and we will storm the palace!
Well, apparently, according to the I newspaper, I'm going to sing the St David's Day anthem. Nobody told me that. Anyway, I'm going to do it. Why not? So, because I'd rather celebrate St David, the patron saint of Wales, than the king of another country.
Damn right.
I'm Welsh.
Woo! Cymru am byth.
Cymru am byth. Okay, here we go. You don't know this, Joe. This is the St David's Day anthem. It's been doing well now for the last few years. Only gets done once a year. And I wrote the words in Welsh and in English because I feel passionately, and I mean this sincerely, I feel passionately that you don't have to be a Welsh speaker to feel Welsh. You're all as Welsh as each other.
Yeah, damn right.
So, here you are, St David's Day anthem, it's called Cenwch y Glychau Dewi. Now, sing it next St David's Day and get me some PRS, for God's sake. It's been a long time coming. But anyway, the music was written by Hywel Thomas and I wrote the words. I'm going to sing one verse in Welsh and one verse in English. So then the I is right, okay? So, Dewr a doeth y doedd dewi ei ddwylo yn iachau, wnaeth ef y pethau bychau, daion i'r roedd yn hau, felly dathlwch y dydd i dewi, arwr y Cymru i gyd, heidiwch i'r cwf fel gwenyn, ble bynnag yn y byd, cenwch y glychau dewi, cenwch nhw mewn cofhad, cenwch y clychau yn uwch ac yn uwch, cenwch nhw ar hyd y wlad. Brave and wise was Saint David, his hands were healing hands. Small deeds were full of goodness, like seedlings through our lands. So lift voices high for St David, shout out his name loud and clear, hero of Welsh men and women, St David had no fear. Ring out the bells for St David, ring out across the land, ring out the bells, ring over sea and sand, ring out over sea and sand. Diolch yn fawr iawn! Now for those in a Republican state, I do hope that you've also considered independence for Wales. Fabulous, that's what I want to hear. And can I just remind you that there is a big protest going on down in Swansea in 2 weeks' time? Oh, next Saturday. So, okay, pack your picnic, come and bring your cakes, and we'll have a bit of a day out. Okay, so come along to that. It's going to be a great event. And I'm now going to pass the microphone over to somebody else. And I'm going to eat a cake! Yay! I am now officially breaking my fast! Woo!
Okay, we're going to have a picnic. We've got music and spoken word. And I think I'm going to hand over to Cosmo. He's Cardiff's answer to Bono, but Bono wants to make poverty history, Cosmo wants to make monarchy history.
I'm going to need a few moments to get shit together. So.
Okay, he's going to need a few moments to sign some autographs and get his act together, so just mingle amongst yourselves. We should have some entertainment coming up.
Yeah, so I've joined anti-monarchy protest, anti-coronation day protest, because it's the monarchy, the crown, they represent all of the sustained inequalities in our world. With my sign saying Land Back Now, the Crown own 1,000 kilometres of Wales. They own 8 million square kilometres in Canada, where Indigenous people are being met at gunpoint to protect their own land. So it's not just a matter of money. It's the continuation of colonisation. It's modern day. There's reparations to be paid. This could simply start with land back now. Like, this is a gross injustice in our society. We're fed a bunch of bullshit about how good it is and how it can bring us together. Communities fighting for communities brings us together. So that's why I'm here, to be with my community.
I think when I was growing up, I used to read a lot of novels, like The Lord of the Rings, and kings and queens, they seemed very glamorous, but as I got older, I discovered it wasn't really like that. And, you know, a lot of people, they see, I think the monarchy is something that binds us to our history. But what is that history? Centuries ago, we were all serfs. We had no human rights. And that's why we have a monarchy, you know, because we had no rights, and they managed to cling on to a role. And to me, it very much is about, you know, teaching us that inequality is natural, even glorious. You know, to look up to our betters. It, you know, teaches us a culture of deference. So that's why we wanted to really oppose the monarchy. And we also think it's not often talked about, but in a constitutional crisis, the monarchy have all kinds of reserve powers that they can use. And we think if there was such a national crisis, would they resolve it in the favour of the people or in favour of the establishment? And obviously they're an establishment family, so that's very dangerous too.
My name is Gwenno Davies, and today I have been the MC, the Mistress of Ceremonies of this event, which is a Republican event, and we have been in the streets of Cardiff, culminating in a picnic here on the Gorsedd Stones, which are the National Estate of Wales stones, to celebrate our Welshness. We feel that this event in London has been foisted upon us. We have to pay for towards this ceremony in London for the English king. He's not my king, he never will be, he never was. And so we've organised today's protest just to say that we don't want to be part of these celebrations. We do not want to contribute financially towards them. This is a billionaire who could afford to pay for this himself. And so it's been a great event. I'm very, very happy at the turnout. I wasn't one of the organisers. The organisers were Bethan Said and many other people, but it was spearheaded by Bethan and Adam from People's Assembly of Wales. I've just been the mouthpiece, and I've been delighted to see the turnout.
You can shove your butcher's apron up your arse. You can shove your butcher's apron up your arse. You can shove your butcher's apron, shove your butcher's apron, shove your butcher's apron up your arse. Singing die, die, rishi, rishi, die. Go and screw the cost of living in the sky. Singing die, die, rishi, die, die, rishi, die, die, rishi, rishi, die. Oh, rishi, die. Thank you.